I'm here with Lori Stadelmeyer of Lori Lee Photography. Love your work.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
I found you on Facebook, and your work's fantastic. You work primarily with couples and people getting married?
Yes.
That's your area of expertise.
It is. I specialize in couples and weddings.
And we have some beautiful pictures to look at that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Tell me about this.
This is Matt and Megan. It's a vintage engagement shot.
I love it.
Matt's currently deployed. He's in Afghanistan, but we're doing their wedding this year in September. It's going to be a 1940s vintage in Pennsylvania, so we wanted to reflect that in the portrait, their style, and also how they are with one another.
It really captured that. I could even see that in black and white. It's just gorgeous.
Yes. And this is just a recent couple that I photographed. This is Andrea and Brian, and they just got married on New Year's Eve in downtown Charleston.
How wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of an exciting day to get married,
It is.
isn't it?
It is. And this is Daniel and Christy.
Now, is this a couple's picture for an engagement? What would this picture be used
This
for?
is their anniversary photograph.
Their anniversary, and how long have they been married? They look like they're babies. How long have they possibly married?
They've been married 3 years, actually. And they come to me every year for their anniversary photographs, and this year we went to Folly.
So, Lori, they must really be in love.
They are.
That they want to celebrate every year for the
They are.
Let's see it back in 5 years. No, I'm just kidding. That's beautiful. Oh, again, now fun. And talk to me about black and white. What makes you choose to go black and white, say, over a color photo?
I like the black and white because it's simple, and it creates a story. I can't really explain it. It's just very simple, and it shows the couple as they are, and you're not focusing on anything around them but them.
And black and white does that kind of like this one. You just sort of you get drawn
into the subject.
It's very interesting. Can we go back to that picture, the one before that? Let's talk about this. Where was this at, Lori?
This was at the Palmer home in downtown Charleston.
Is that the pink house?
Yes.
I love that house. I love the pink house.
And this is a redo of a client of mine's bridal. And I just punched that up to black and white because it just was timeless and very simple, yet you're drawn to just her looking outside of the window.
That's really fantastic. Yeah, I'm very drawn into that picture.
It's very simple but beautiful. And this is Ashley and her husband. And they're now in New York. But again, it's very simple, and you're drawn just to them. That's why I decide certain images have to be black and white.
Do you realize it's like a heart that's between them, the way they're drawn in like that?
Yes.
I really like that. Did you do that on purpose? Or
No.
Were you surprised, Lori, when you saw it?
Yeah, I try to tell them, be very relaxed, act like I am not here, just be in tune with one another. And I usually have them tell me the story of how they met, and they get so comfortable into telling me the story that this is what I capture. So
it reminds them, too, why they fell in love. Now, where is this? I love this. How interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this in Charleston.
This is in downtown Charleston. This is in an alley called Philadelphia Avenue.
Okay.
And this is Aaron and Ryan, and they just got married as well. So this is what I try to strive for, is to get different parts of downtown, very vintagey, that people would never think about.
Yeah. Now, this shot right here, is that what they wore for their wedding, or was this after the wedding or before the wedding?
This was actually their engagement photo.
Engagement photo. You know what? There's photos for everything. Now you get engaged. Whatever you do, there's a photo for nowadays.
Yes. So this is their engagement photograph.
Lovely, lovely.
And this is Erin, the bride, the one that you just looked at. So this is her on her wedding day. And again, it's just very timeless. I decided to shoot this one in color, not turn it into black and white, just because the colors were so just bright and beautiful.
Now, she has gorgeous skin. Did you do something to that, or is that just her own skin?
That's her skin.
That's beautiful. And is that the bridge back there in the very, very background?
Yeah.
I know exactly where you took that shot, Lori. I just love it. How long have you been a photographer?
For about 7 years.
So what was your start?
My start was back in, I want to say 2000, when my youngest was born. I just picked up the camera, and I was like, okay, I really love this. And once everything started going digital, and I got, to practice a little bit more on my kids, somebody said, hey, you really should photograph couples and try weddings and see how you do.
And you've been a big success with it. I mean,
Yeah.
people call you all the time.
Yes.
And what's neat about you, too, is you seem to have a heart for couples and you want
Yeah.
to capture their story.
Yes. I love, every story is very unique. They're very magical, and I love love. I love listening to couples. I love knowing how they met, how did they get to where they're at now. So each story is unique, and I want to portray that in every single photo that I take of them.
Well, let's talk about that a minute. Share with us some of the stories that have touched your heart. Is there anyone in particular that you can recall?
Matt and Megan.
Okay,
They are by far the sweetest couple I've ever photographed. Matt and Megan were actually dating in high school, and life just came along, and Matt decided to go to the military. Megan decided to go to, study in college, and they parted ways. 5 years later, Matt comes home, and he finds Megan, and they just find each other.
And the love was
and it was still there. And a year later, they were engaged.
You know what? There's nothing better than love. I've got a terrific husband. Love you, baby. Love you, baby. And there's nothing better than just being in love and having that connection with somebody. But do you ever get those nervous brides or the bridezillas or the bride mamas or whatever they call those?
I do. I do. But when I get a nervous bride, I just try to remind them that this is their day, that he's waiting at the end of that aisle, and that he's been waiting for her, and he chose her, and she chose him. And that usually calms her down. I just keep telling her, remember the day that he proposed to you, when you first met and you just knew he was the one. And that usually calms them down, and then they're ready to go down the aisle.
And you can see that love light in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
How about guys? I mean, have you ever had a guy give you, a hard time? I'm tired of hearing about this Bridezilla show. I guarantee there are a lot of men out there that make weddings miserable. I hope. I don't know.
I did have a groom that actually was pretty nervous the day of his wedding. And,
he was just nervous.
He was really nervous, and I didn't know if he was going to back out at the last minute or not, but...
Oh, really? Did you sense that might be going on?
Yes.
Was anybody going back behind closed doors?
Mom had to go and calm him down a little bit and say, this is it. You guys are going to get married. They've been together like 10 years. It scared me.
Isn't that funny? 10 years? And he's nervous, and they got to have a shotgun wedding. I mean, that's the craziest thing I've ever. I think I'd be more afraid of living with someone for 10 years than to be married to him at the same time.
And they were an older couple, so I would have thought that they would have been a little bit more comfortable, but he was actually scared to get married.
But it's just nothing to be scared of, because that's the way God intended it to be. Marriage it's just the best thing going, and living together. There's
nothing.
You can't replace marriage and that commitment vow and that lifetime vow.
Yes.
You get to celebrate with people every week.
I do.
How can someone get a hold of you?
They can find me through Facebook, Lori Lee Photography, or they can email me at LoriLeePhotography@yahoo.com, or they can look me up on my website at LoriLeePhotography.com.
LoriLeePhotography.com, and remember, she doesn't just do weddings. She does all kinds of things. She does couples. I want to get shot with my lovely husband, because all those pictures are beautiful.
Thank you.
And you know what? You really have an eye for that vintage type of look. So if you're looking for that, you definitely call her. Thanks for joining us, and please stay tuned for more.